Hello everyone, Megan Alexander here with Shantenu Aggarwal of IBM Watson. We are here at the Transhuman Code at the World Economic Forum in Davos. It's incredible to be here.
It is. It's my first time here. I'm really proud to be here. It's really great to see the conversation that's happening, really seeing how technology is taking the forefront of discussion as we progress.
We just had a fascinating conversation about, as we move forward, how humans and technology will continue to cooperate, work together, what that means. What was your takeaway from that conversation we just had?
Yeah, it was a brilliant conversation about how technology and humans are really going to collaborate together, the whole augmentation that's happening there. And what I'm really excited about is the idea of this man-to-machine collaboration, the idea that technology will help us continue to evolve. From the early days of fire and spectacles and glasses to now AI and blockchain, you can really feel the energy from the panelists and from the audience just seeing the potential that's out there for this great ability for man and machine to collaborate.
The incredible collaboration was revealed today between IBM Watson and Soul Machines, the first digital person, Rachel. We got to meet Rachel. You captivated the room. And just talk about the response.
Yeah, sure. I mean, so Rachel's been out there for a few months, and I think everyone loves to see that this emotional ability of using Watson and Rachel is really kind of captivating how folks interact. The idea of being able to interact with AI, making it more approachable, giving this paradigm to be able to have a more transparent conversation is something that is very captivating. And I think with our first joint customer with Autodesk that was launched back in November, you get to see that people do want to have different channels of interaction. The ability to go not only from a chatbot or a person, but maybe a physical human being as well. All early days, all still understanding what it is, but it does showcase the want of having more of an interaction with this man and machine collaboration.
We asked the audience to raise their hand if they were fearful of Rachel, concerned. What do you think is the biggest misconception people have about AI or that you've encountered?
I think there's a lot of popular media out there that talks about different things. I think they'll continue to be there, but as people start to learn more and get excited about it, what I'm most excited about is AI for good, right? There's a lot of applications there that are being applied. For example, helping public utilities measure trash, helping people interact more so they can get their, understand the information that's out there. Technology's been a net positive for good, and I think just the misconceptions are always going to be there about technology, whether it's AI and whether it's anything else, such as flying cars.
That's right, we also talked about the first autonomous flying taxi, which was incredible. The average person that's not here at Davos and wonders how far off AI is in terms of interacting with them in real life. When will everyone be interacting with a Rachel?
So Rachel, I'm not sure. I mean, it's very early days with the technology, but I think in general, the idea of working with AI is already available. A lot of consumer mobile phones have the ability to speak to it and it understanding what's going on. And that's applicable today. If you use any social media, a lot of times they're able to put a face box around that and be able to understand who you are. These are all AI algorithms that have been applied today. So it is being used. People out there. And I think what's going to happen is these very broad algorithms, in order to have additional value for businesses, really want to be focused in deep expertise. I think that's where IBM's been focusing our expertise on, is really domain experts working with companies, enterprises, and really protecting their data. That's the shift where we see a lot of value, and people will continue to see that through their customers and interactions as well.
One of the conversations that we had was people are worried about security, privacy, losing control, and this conversation of how humans and technology interact, and if humans are losing control. Talk about your work and IBM Watson and what you were doing as part of that conversation. Yeah,
I think Watson has since the inception has been about your data is your data. We are the premier platform on cloud security and storage. We've been really focused on making sure that our customers' data stays private, stays their insights, and remains that way. So that's the position we've taken, and we've been consistent about that. I think when you add technologies such as the blockchain, which has been a big focus here in Davos, you're able to kind of add that whole authenticity, especially with the supply chain. An example of this is 2 weeks ago, we discussed the IBM Watson Verifier, which would actually use a combination of the AI technologies as well as blockchain to kind of help with the whole supply chain. Someone was taking a photo of an object. You're able to identify what that might be using AI algorithms, and then be able to go back and hit the blockchain to understand the whole supply chain from there as well. So, the excitement here is this convergence of technologies, a lot of things that are happening to actually help augment humans and be able to make us a better and safer world.
Speak so conversationally, and I appreciate that because I think the general public is concerned, they don't understand it all. So what would be your recommendation, something that you believe we should read, we should study as we process this and are part of the conversation moving forward, the transhuman code?
Yeah, I think the media does a great job of disseminating information. I would really focus on understanding the use cases behind it and actually focusing on the announcements of companies and what they're doing with it. And, for example, again, we can go back to the Autodesk where they're actually helping to reduce time. They've reduced costs by hundreds of thousands of dollars. They've really helped to benefit their employees and the employees that work there as well. So there are benefits, key benefits are coming out. I think as people adopt the technology, there's time, you get to see great benefit from that. And stay curious, right? I think we live in a great time where there's a lot of convergence of different items happening. Being aware, being understanding of that, and open-minded will be helpful for all of us.
Stay curious and be a part of the conversation, which is exactly what we did. And I so appreciated everyone's expertise. Really, thank you for this insight. Thank you, Shantenu.
Cheers.
Good to see you.